Oh my God, we're live. Hey kids, we're
We are
live.
live.
Alan smells. Aloha, everyone. Happy
Aloha.
Saturday night.
Hello.
Now, where are the Pecanos? It's so empty in the house without them. There's
It
Ben. He
is.
says, "Hey, howdy, hey." I love doing the show. For a second, I thought I was going to be doing it solo. I was like, "Oh my God, where's Mike and Lisa? Where's Mike and Lisa?" So I was like
In
prepping
usual
myself.
fashion.
I was prepping myself to just
I'm
go
late.
for it.
We all would have been watching.
You know what? And I would have barreled right through it. Doing my best evening DJ. Taking requests. So how are you guys?
Good.
You're good. Happy Saturday.
This is my
I know
favorite
it.
night of the week.
Right?
I know. I even have my alarm set. Like, we were on last week, so my alarm went off. We both looked at each other like, oh.
I was like, what is this alarm? I'm like, oh gosh, we gotta get up.
I worked at a deal at work. I work all day Sundays so that I can have Saturday off. And you know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. This
Oh,
is my
yeah.
playtime.
Well, it's so hard for you to just take your break and then, come from work, go back to work. Yeah.
I've done it
That's what
though. I have done it. I'm so
No,
committed to
you
this
have.
show. I have left and gone back
Right.
just to be here. So, Mike, pop talk with Mike and Jay. So you and I both collect pops. I love collecting the theme park Funko ones. I love Disney theme park ones. And I was telling you
Yes.
before the show, there's one. It was a convention exclusive. It is a Funko Pop Town. It's Mr. Smee in a little boat. And I looked at it and I went, okay, I justified this by going, okay, Skull Rock used to be in Disneyland as an actual thing. And technically, it's in the Peter Pan ride of all the parks. So I can put her on the shelf and go, bam, it's park related.
It's close enough.
That's how I justified the giant Maleficent dragon. It's in Fantasmic on both coasts.
Yes.
It technically counts.
It counts.
It counts. If it's gonna look good on my Funko shelf, I will flip backwards, inside out, upside down, left, right, sideways to make it work. Shut up, Chris.
Chris, yep, he does.
Shut up, Chris.
Feels like there's
Upstairs.
someone in your peanut gallery there.
Yeah, eventually when we move, I'm gonna put them on floating shelves behind me, and that's gonna be my background, all my park Funkos.
That'll be cool.
I think it'll look
It will.
good. So we should probably get down to business and talk about our sponsor, our favorite sponsor in the world, home of the sexiest listeners on the internet, the Magic World. Jasper does such a great job over there. I love to tune in all week long. There's the theme park stuff and there's the movie stuff. I am always listening to the theme park music. And what I really appreciate about what Jasper does is it's not just the American parks. It may be Disneyland Paris 1 minute. It may be Alani the next. It may be Hong Kong Disneyland. You're getting, if you're a park enthusiast, you're getting everything you want. And
That's true.
Tuesday, and on Sundays and Thursdays, he mixes us into the mix. And so listeners get to listen to us, and I listen along and go, hey, who's this really good radio show? Why? It's us.
That's great.
To Jasper over there, everyone at D Magic World, like I said, home of the sexiest listeners on the internet, the best taste possible. We love you.
You should be patting yourselves on the back.
Every week, I'm trying to give him an audio drop to use. Every week.
There you go.
Give him a new one that he can use. Little promos. So what's new with you guys? What's Disney new with you guys? What are you up to?
What's Disney new? Planning for April. We're just planning for April, looking to get back down there.
Are we 6 weeks or 7 weeks out?
I haven't even. I normally would do a daily count, but it's been too busy. I don't even have that done.
Hey, and Dawn is with us. Thank you, Dawn.
Hey.
Happy February.
Happy almost March.
Yes.
Yes.
Almost March. Yeah, so we were just talking about we are what, 6-7 weeks out from our NTD meetup, and the whole point, the whole goal, the whole mission statement of this trip is getting Kim on Tower of Terror. She's never done it. I'm going to be her emotional support poodle and get her on that ride.
Well, Marie is not a thrill ride person, but she loves Tower of Terror.
You know, it really is my favorite thing at Walt Disney World It's so neat because you're not actually falling; you're being pulled in either direction so fast it simulates the fall of gravity. And there's so many redundancies. There has never been an accident on any of the towers worldwide.
The sad part is, someone recently told me that TJ has moved on.
Oh,
Mm.
Hey, listen, one door shuts and another door opens. He's still with the Disney company.
yeah. You know what? Being a cast member, you always are looking for your next role. He was.
Yeah.
He is going to be missed. Well, Becky, I'm coming April 10th through the 13th.
And I will be there April 10th through the 14th.
And Lisa, Mike,
We're gonna be there 12th through the 15th.
Mhm.
Uh,
Quick trip.
Okay, I'm staying at the Poly. Jay, where are you staying?
Town Place Suites, Flamingo Crossing.
Okay.
It's my usual haunt.
It's your usual haunt.
Lisa, where are you guys staying?
Good question. One of the All Stars.
Oh, we got All-Star Sports this time.
Oof. Oof. Bring your earplugs, guys. Bring your earplugs to sports.
Well,
If I knew a cheer, I would be like, this is why, because you'll hear noise all night long.
that's all right. We will be so worn out. It won't even matter.
One of our trips, we stayed at the All Star Sports during the cheer competition. Now, if you've ever been to the sports, in the football resort area, it's not AstroTurf, but it's like a spongy mat.
Yeah.
And there were like 14 different teams practicing their routines there. And we're walking by, and this young lady got stuck in a compromising position, and Marie was like, "Don't you dare look!" I was like, "Yes, dear."
Oh my goodness. Oh my.
See, and that proves those
So-
are her teammates and not her friends, because friends would have been like, nope, 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 nope.
Yeah.
But they were like, look, ha ha ha, Snapchat, Instagram.
She may have been like at the top of the pyramid, and there was no one there to help her.
Oh.
But
Well, you know what?
she
She should have planned better. She should
Yeah.
have planned better.
But I'm sure they changed. Disney's great at being reactive.
Yeah.
Just like the latest trend, the TikTok trend, where the guy glued another set of soles onto his son's shoes to get him high enough to get on the ride. I'm sure there's going to be reaction to that.
Okay, you know what? I need to come up with a graphic and a little piece of audio, but that those parents, the ones who did that, made the platform disco shoes for their kid to ride a ride,
Yeah.
are my Diz idiots of the week. Because how it's for your child's safety. If you
Right.
do that and your child gets hurt, it's on you. You don't get to sue.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
Hi, Andrew.
guys. Hey, Andrew. Andrew and I, we went on a cruise together with another Disney group. We sailed out of New Orleans on the Wonder, on the inaugural cruise.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm surprised that's the Diz idiot of the week, because it seems like we keep hearing things like all the time. Like there are multiple.
well, it's actually
every
it's a
week.
tie, and it's I'm going to be doing this segment every week from now on because people's behavior is getting worse. The idiots are the ones who were trying to take their seatbelts off on Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yep.
uppy downy one that was Tower.
Yes, I guess apparently they gather they extend the seat belt all the way,
Mm-hmm.
then use their hand to keep it from going back,
Mm-hmm.
and and they get airtime. It's like, yeah, but if you break your neck and you get airtime,
Yeah, if you break your brain, it's on you. You like I said, you don't even just go to first aid and get a Band-Aid at that point.
yeah, it's like we scooped the gray stuff back in.
It's delicious.
Like, how many people have had their cell phones fly out of their pocket?
Not me, because I lock mine down when I get on a ride.
Me.
Have you?
Yes, it flew out of my. I put it in my pocket. I'm like, okay, we're good to go. It's never flown out of any other pocket. That shirt happened to be actually, and I heard it hit the cage.
On tower?
Yep, I heard it hit the cage, and I was like, oh, well, there goes that. Hello, Mr. Phone Company. How did my phone get damaged in an elevator accident? But it actually landed, kind of hit. It hit me on the way down, so it didn't just smash on the floor.
Right. What would have been cool is if it had slid back into the pocket.
No, I was probably still trying to swat it out of the air, trying to catch it.
I know me. I would look like a helicopter. Everybody would be getting smacked. I would be like, no. The ride video would just be ridiculous.
So, for this upcoming meet, what are our must rides besides Tower of Terror? What are going to be our must rides?
Well, for me, it's
down there.
always Haunted Mansion and Jungle Cruise.
Yes.
Haunted Mansion, I don't know about you guys, for me, it's the first 2 rides of the day at Magic Kingdom and the last ride of the day. I rope drop it, I get on it, I get off it, I get on it, I get off it. And sometimes I might get right back on it because it's my OG fave. And being a Disneylander, I love the Magic Kingdom one better.
Never been to Disneyland. It's on the list, but
it's my home park. Donald, when you go, I want to go with you. I want to show you guys around.
It is going to be years before we make it there.
Okay, I will wait. You guys are worth the wait because I want to show you all the little cool stuff.
Okay, so now we got in the Magic Kingdom must do Haunted Mansion, and of course Jungle Cruise.
Skipper J, because my name is on the ride now. They have the crew roster hanging up in the queue, and it says Skipper Jason on the crew roster. So I'm officially part of the world famous Jungle Cruise.
So, all right. So now, how about, of course, Hollywood Tower, the Tower Hotel at Hollywood Studios. What other ride at Hollywood Studios would be? Oh, Mickey's Runaway Train.
Have to do that.
Now it's a toss-up. Which one do we rope drop?
Oh, Tower.
And then wait in line at Mickey's.
Yeah, because the tower sometimes gets temperamental, and goes down in the morning for a while. So I like to run like Mansion. I like to run over there, get my spooky one in at least once, maybe twice, sometimes thrice. I don't know what the fourth is, so I would say thrice if I could, but I'm not gonna go there.
It has to be like a quad.
Yeah. Oh, twice.
So, all right. So and now, Epcot, 2 must-do rides at Epcot. Do we have time, and do we get Disney Plus for Guardians?
I'm gonna get killed for saying this, but on my list for Epcot must do is Frozen Ever After.
Frozen. Everyone.
Did you say Frozen Ever After?
I did say Frozen Ever After.
I think you said Frozen Ever After. It's like
I'm not gonna lie, I love Frozen After. I love that ride.
Well,
I would do
on
Guardians.
the
sure.
on Marie on our hey Kim on Marie and mine, our must do's one is for Marie, one's for me. We always have to do soaring, and we always have to do Spaceship Earth.
Yeah, I think
Spaceship
Earth is
Earth
without
more
question.
of Spaceship Earth more of like a tradition. You got to do it.
Yeah,
So
it's one of those. I didn't even count it because I know I'm going to do it every time I go, no matter what. You have to ride the Judi Dench ride, as I like to call it.
And what is your cutoff point for Frozen Ever After? What is your minute cutoff point?
45.
If it's more than
Oh, really?
45, you walk by.
That's kind of my rule with most rides. 45 usually is about 20. An hour is usually about a half hour. So 45 to an hour, that's my cutoff. I'm not waiting any longer than that.
Well, Dave said he wants to do Remy.
We have to do Remy. It's new.
You're right. I want
Well,
to do Remy.
I'm only going
I've
to.
been on Remy. I've been on Remy 3 or 4 times.
How is it? Because it looks adorable.
It's amazing the first couple times, and now it's like I don't think that wait is probably it's gonna be always around 60 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, do I take 60 minutes out of my day to stand in line for a ride that I'm mediocre about, or do I go get something to drink?
It's so the rewritability is not like Mansion or Pirates. You're like, ooh, I must do that again because it's so original and there's so much to take in visually.
If I'm with a group, I'm going on it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like, okay, everyone wants to go, then we'll stand in line together and we'll all go on it. If it's just Marie and myself, we look at each other and go, maybe not. We definitely have a hard line. An hour, okay, we'll wait. Hour and a half, maybe not.
Yeah, usually, like I said, usually anything an hour usually means a half hour to 40 minutes for the most part if it's not Rise. So I'm willing to take that gamble and wait it out. But when I see an hour and 1 minute, I'm out. No, 101 is for Dalmatians, not for me.
David's got a good question. As everybody knows that last month was my first time back to Magic Kingdom in 19 years. And with that being said, I haven't been back to the other 3 in just as long. So didn't really get to ride any rides at DAC or MGM Studios when I was there or even Epcot. So what I'm looking most forward to in April.
The Tower of Terror.
Yes, I do want to go on Tower of Terror. I definitely want to go on Grand Fiesta over at Epcot.
Yes.
I just want to do the stuff that you gotta do, like your Spaceship Earths and your Journey in Imagination and all those other things.
Well, I mean, to be honest, you haven't seen Journey into Imagination in 2 decades. You're not missing much right now. Trust me.
Now, Becky just asked a question if Remy is still virtual queue. No, it's not.
It is standby, right?
It's just standby and Disney Plus. So
cool.
And
we're gonna have to sync our DME account so that we can all be like boop boop riding rides together. Dave, who's not here tonight, you're in charge of that.
Don't you think he will be? Since he's not here.
He's not here, so I'm volunteering him for the most technical job of all.
Oh, you just voluntold him?
I just voluntold him. Haha, I know you're watching.
That's what happens when you aren't here to defend yourself.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Zoom in.
Okay. Yeah. The ayes have it.
The ayes do have it.
Dave has to do the technical part for us when we get there. So what is the restaurant we most want to eat at together? This is totally not tonight's topic, but I love it. I love doing.
Okay, so are we doing sit down, quick service? All right, let's cut quick down into 2 categories: signature and regular. Sit down, quick service, and snacks. So in Epcot, you have the Les Cellier
We.
as a signature dining.
Yeah, but that's
And
like an hour and a half out of our ride time.
I know. And also, it's awful expensive.
Yeah.
It is.
Now, I would pay to sit back and watch Colton go after the buffet in Germany.
You know what?
But not everybody in the crew likes that, right? I think
Okay,
we talked about
right.
that weeks
So,
ago.
so we
Like,
have to try and figure out how it
You know what?
balances.
It'll be Colton and I at the buffet, and just watching us will be worth the price of admission.
Just stand outside the door.
This because that'll just be me. Yeah. Encouraging the worst behavior I can get out of him.
I would just want all of you men, we'll just pick all the men to go out and dance, and we will just take videos.
in the in the beer garden.
Yes.
Break out the lederhosen. Break out the lederhosen.
I look like a sack of knives when I dance. It's not pretty.
See, I have perfected the fat old guy dance. You just kind of sit there and shuffle
really?
and yeah. So
See,
it's a wedding dance.
I prove that white men can't dance. I am. It is not pretty. It's an event. I could probably charge 2 bits a gander because it's so circusy. It's like it looks like Elaine from Seinfeld looked like a ballet dancer. Overbite, thumbs up, boop, boop, boop. Hearing a beat only I can hear, and a body that looks like I said a bag of knives trying to dance.
Yeah, I think we would need to go to Disney Springs, and you guys can dance. We'll just have to. What's his name?
Not Dancing Eddie.
Yeah.
Eddie Ferrari. Eddie.
Yeah, is that it? Yeah. Eddie Ferrari. Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while.
You haven't seen him?
I haven't seen him
in a while. It is kind of cool.
I would dance with Eddie Ferrari. I would dance badly with him. That would be the most TikTokable moment of the year.
It really would. It could really go viral.
You know what Thriller when they're supposed to pretending to be dead and dancing good? I look like somebody who's alive and dancing like they're dead, but not good. It's like shuffle, arm falls off. And my husband can dance, which drives me friggin' nuts because I can't. I'm just like, oh, there you go, looking all good, all talented. Here I am.
Well, see, there you go. All eyes will be on him. Who cares then, right?
What if I want them on me? What if it's all about me?
Yeah.
We got Eddie Ferrari and Davey Spaghetti.
Davey Spaghetti.
I'm trying to make it rhyme. Davey Spaghetti.
Davey Spaghetti. So all right. So now with the sideshow, is put off to the side there.
Shut up,
Lisa.
Chris.
Lisa and Chris, what sit-down restaurant would you pick in Epcot?
Sit down in Epcot. See, and again, it depends. I like Garden Grill, and I like Via Napoli. Like there are some that, and then I can't even think. The Mexican restaurant inside Mexico. I can't remember.
You mean God, my brain just stopped.
Yeah, sometimes names just escape me. So
I hear the food in there looks. Who has a 14-year-old handy that can Google this for us? I hear the food. I hear the food in that Mexican restaurant looks really good, but I've never been able to see it.
I have
Because
never
it's so
heard.
dark?
Last time we ate there, I had to take my phone out and use the phone. Okay, there's my food.
That's what I thought you meant, because
You
it
need
is super
like
dark.
the miner helmet with the light right here.
Ooh, I got one of those.
Yeah.
I'll bring it.
I've
Everyone
never
comes in.
I've never once heard anyone tell me Santanel is great. It's awesome. Everyone has always told me the same thing. They're like, "Oh, this I get the same thing back home."
Right. And I tend to do quick service, honestly, at Epcot more, honestly,
Well,
because I like the small booths. I can do snacks, especially when it's hot. I would rather
I
hop face to face, but that's just
I
me.
think that's called grazing.
Yeah.
That's what
You
I
just
do every time I
It
go
is.
in the kitchen.
you just graze through Epcot. Go booth to booth.
Well, some people like to, drink around the world. I split like this, especially when it's a festival. I love to split the smaller portions so I can try things from lots of different places. But I still love my fish and chips. So there's
Oh,
that.
a Rosencrown, yeah. I will say that's one thing I'm really because Epcot is I hate to say it's not my favorite park at Disney, but what I'm looking forward to being a local is that's going to be our date night park because we can walk around,
Yeah.
get nibbles and drinks and nibbles and drink, ride a ride, go home. It's the ultimate date night park.
I've been telling her that for God only knows how long.
It's my favorite. Like that's, when I was faithful and I had my annual pass when I go to my conferences, whenever they were, January, April, whenever,
Yeah.
I would every single night I would tend to go to Epcot for dinner and watch nighttime shows, or I like to ride Soarin' like really close to closing because the lines are
Mhm.
shorter, things like that.
I,
So
I'm going to be totally honest here, and this is why Epcot is my fourth favorite theme park at Disney, and I want to hear from you guys, and I want to hear from the audience. I'm a nerd. I liked it better when it was edutainment, when it was a place to learn and have fun learning, and teachers could buy learning materials. I liked that Epcot.
and see, I would
Crickets.
say I liked Epcot on rainy days for that edutainment, like for my kids, because we could go
Mhm.
inside innovations and like spend all day. You know what I mean? Like that was
It
I
was
liked rainy
so hopeful towards the future.
Right now,
days.
Walcott, as they
Yeah.
call it, Walcott is no. It's yeah, we're gonna go. Yes, we'll walk around. We'll eat. We'll graze. We'll drink. We'll go on rides. But are we? Are we? Last time we went, Marie kind of looked at me and said, let's wait a while before we come back.
Really?
I
Do you like festivals? Do you guys
Um,
like the festivals? Like I love to meet the artists.
well,
I love to try the different foods.
of
I
course,
love to do those things.
my favorite festival is the holiday festival.
oh yeah.
I like you always get singled out and called out, and they during the holiday times.
But did they call you all the different versions of you? Father Christmas in some places and
Well,
Papa
the
Noel.
they always want to
Papa
get a
Noel.
picture with me. Papa Noel pointed me out and said, "I want a picture with you." They
Aw.
pulled me out. Um, if you watched the video on Donnie Marie on the go,
Yeah.
they pulled me out in Norway and had me part of the show where I was ringing the bell and I ended up dropping the bell because was videotaping. So
Oops.
oops.
It's like the
and
Liberty Bell
um,
track.
and remember the street players
Yes.
in England? They used to have the Victorians, the Shakespearean
The
players.
pearly ones.
Yeah, they were and they did King Arthur, and then during the holiday seasons they did Scrooge. So I got pulled out.
Oh.
pulled out, and I was Ebenezer.
I would love to see Christmas Carol done at Epcot. That would be so cool.
You know, there's I mean, you guys have mentioned a lot of different things that are available at Epcot. Like the constantly there's constant change in Epcot for every season, for the candlelight procession. Like there's just so many
It
individual things that you can go see and do. Eat what is it? Eat to the beat, like all the free music that you can go listen to. Like to me, there's an ever changing. Not that every park doesn't change a lot, but there's an ever changing theme there. And so just because you go this week doesn't mean that next week it'll be exactly the same. So that's one
yeah.
of the things I like about Epcot.
It,
I know lots of people don't like any change at all, but
it's not that it's funny because it's not that I don't like Epcot. I will have a good time every time I go, but it will always be last choice for me. If I have to choose, it's always going to come in last. Like I'll put Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach over Epcot if those are options.
When we went
really,
last time, we went to the beat. We saw the Pointer Sisters,
Ooh,
uh-huh.
and the energy that was in that crowd. And I was looking around, and the kids had their cameras, recording everything. And I was like, yeah, they're gonna title that one "How Grandma Broke Her Hip," because I'm, I'm, I'm like, wait a minute. Well, okay, I'm old now too, but all these old people are up and dancing. I'm like, it was how Grandma broke her hip. There she is.
see, if you want to get closer to the stage, just send me in like a dancing bomb. I'm like I will clear that space to get you closer. Not because I want to, but because that's how bad I am.
Oh, that's funny. So yeah, we gave Epcot a lot of talking today.
Yeah,
Are you
let's move
Mission
on.
Space fans or not? Or Mission, not
I can
Mission Space?
I can do
Yeah,
Mission Space. I can do both sides. It doesn't bother me.
me too.
Marie can only. Yeah.
I spit on the ground in front of Mission Space and scream Horizons in the way Rocky screams Adrian.
Really?
Horizons! While it rains
That's
on me.
funny. So, what did you like for the sit down? I mean, are you thinking like regular dining service? Or are you thinking quick service meals at Epcot? Are you thinking everybody just does their own thing? What are you guys thinking?
We gotta at
What do you
least
know?
have one meal together each day.
I would think so.
It's I think we're probably going to end up doing quick service or grazing,
Yeah.
because at this time to try and get the size group we're going to have into a sit down is not going to happen.
Yeah.
That's just my
Especially in April, it's going to be. I was looking at crowd projections. It says moderate, so looking at anywhere between 4 and 6 out of 10 for each day.
I
Well,
think
and
they
that's
lie.
why we're sports. It's busy. Like, when I was going in to to book, and I was quite surprised at
That's
how many rooms were gone at all of the different resorts. So
it's the reason I'm not
lots of
staying on property. There's just no reason to this time. It's they wanted a lot and offered very little for single travelers this time.
So, who's a stayer and who's a hopper?
I'm a
I mean,
stayer
Yeah,
usually.
we're definitely stairs.
and do you hop, Jay?
Sorry, my internet went crazy. Hello.
Say, there you are. You were so stoic.
It's my smolder.
That's what it
So,
is.
So,
what were you
are you a
asking? Sorry?
stayer or a hopper, Jay?
I'm a stayer. I'm a hopper at Disneyland, but Disney World, it's too much time to get from one place to the other. So I pick one park and I camp it for the day.
All right, that's a good camper. Camper versus hopper.
Yeah, I like to take it.
What
I
are
like
you
to
and
take it in.
Marie?
Marie and I, we're usually campers, but we have hopped a couple times, and like you said, the distance between them. We during one of the annual pass giveaways, you had to go through the gate at Epcot X amount of times to get the cutting board, and we were like, oh, we only need one more time to get the cutting board. Okay, we're gonna go to Epcot, go through the gate, so it registers us, get the cutting board, and then hop over to the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah. Understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if that's not your favorite park. You know.
And our favorite park goes between Magic Kingdom and Hollywood. I keep wanting to say MGM. Okay.
Yeah.
You said MGM earlier.
I did. That's because when I was there last, it was MGM.
Yeah.
As long as Tower of Terror is there, MGM is my number 2. It's my 1.5 because my favorite ride's there.
Yeah. On the wall, the office over here. That is actually. Let me see if I can. That is a Tower of Terror MGM poster.
Oh, cool! I see it.
Yeah.
I see if we can make you be. Oh. There we go. Oh, that's cool.
Now I see Tower. Yeah.
Yep. And on this side, that is the schematic to the. That's a schematic to the sign outside of Tower of Terror.
Oh, cool.
The electrical schematic.
That is cool. And I see Donald from Art of Anime. I have not batted 1,000 tonight.
That's actually I'm trying to remember what that is.
So it's one of the hotels. It's do my best, Professor X here. Speaking of Professor X, I am going to try to. I'm going to steer us to the last 20 minutes. Back on topic. We actually had a topic tonight. We were going to do what are the chances. So since I have the 3 of you here and I have the audience here, I am going to start with an MCU question. What are the chances we are going to get confirmation of the X-Men coming this year in 2023? This is more of a wishful hope for me. Is this something I'm putting out in the universe?
So how do we answer these? Do we say we think the chances are good?
Let's do a percentage. Let's do a percentage. Like say you think it might be like 78 or 82.9 or 0.01.
If I told you I had 0 interest in the Marvel universe, would that upset you?
Not at all.
You can exit him out.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
All right, it was nice talking to you.
You're not getting off the hook that easy.
I was actually thinking the same. 40.
You're gonna say 40? You're copying.
I'm gonna cheat and say 50-50. It either is or it isn't. But if it does happen, I want it to be my favorite X-Men team, even though we don't talk about Joss Whedon anymore. He did the run on Astonishing X-Men back in the mid-aughts. Fantastic team. Colossus later on joined. But Cyclops, Emma Frost, Kitty Pryde, Beast, Wolverine. We lost Dawn.
Oh, we really did lose him.
I won't talk about comic books anymore, I promise. But I want to see the Astonishing X-Men on screen. I'm tired of seeing the 90s roster over and over and over. Oh. Are you going to scare us or make us laugh?
Hello, humans.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm going to throw it to you, Don. What are so what's something you think may or may not happen this year? What are we going to take odds on?
What are the chances that the reservation system disappears this year?
Ooh. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say 76-24, 76-4, it's going to go away. We're
I can
already
see the
saying
higher
pass
chance.
holders can go in without reservations. One-day tickets don't need
Well,
to.
they've already said that that's going to happen, but after we're
Right.
there in April. I think it's April 29th it starts. At 2 o'clock, annual pass holders will no longer need reservations except on weekends for Magic Kingdom.
Right.
Which I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting the cheapest pass.
So
You're getting
you're going
the
to end up with the Florida weekday pass.
Yeah, I'm getting the lowest pass possible because I don't want to go on Christmas or Thanksgiving, and I don't want to go on the weekends.
But
yeah.
then I guess date night's going to be during the week.
It's gonna be during the week.
It's yeah.
I think over the first 2 years we're gonna be unpacking anyway, so
Yeah.
that'll be our exciting weekend plans for the first like 25 months. Why did you
Um,
pack this?
Jay, we still have boxes in the garage that have not been unpacked after 7 years.
Oh no. Oh, see, I'm one of those. I will unpack every single box and I'll break the box down and recite.
Everything that's in the garage is not in card. Oh, there's
Yeah.
something down here in Florida called palmetto bugs, and they
Yes.
love the
Oh my
glue
God.
that holds cardboard together.
I will be burning every box in my backyard,
So
killing it with fire.
yeah, everything in our garage is a Tupperware tote.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, we have lots of stuff. We've broken big everything's in cardboard boxes right now. So now I know as soon as it gets there to break them down, burn them, kill the bugs with fire.
Yeah, I think the bug problems are ongoing in Florida, but that's a whole other show.
And
I would say that
I live in the country. We have bugs like this.
like,
I mean, it's like going to war sometimes.
I'm hopeful that the reservation system goes away, like 80% hopeful that it's gone, like for everyone, not just pass holders by the end of the year.
Okay, so
80%.
Lisa, Mike, you're up. What is something you're going to make us roll the dice and gamble on?
Do you have one? If you don't, I do.
Oh, no fair. You guys are cheating. You're a couple.
No, we have.
I don't
we're
know
all
if this has already been
individuals, right?
discussed before, but this has definitely been a topic that's on my mind. Oh, What are the chances? What are the chances that we? No, I don't want to do that. That we actually see, because I know D23 last year, there were some slight teases about some potential expansions, not necessarily a fifth park, but
Are we talking beyond the Frontierland expansion?
yes. What are the chances that we hear more concrete information about the potential expansion past Frontierland with like your with the Coco and the Encanto and the villains and all that stuff that was kind of teased, like it's.
I'm gonna
But
be
it's not
brutally
really-
honest here, because this is modern yellow shoes. I would say a 0.0000000 chance of that happening until the back half of 2025 when Epic Universe opens up and Harry Potter steals Mickey's lunch money. And they go, crap, what are those things we talked about?
My opinion of those blue sky I think they were like, oh, we don't have anything to announce about Walt Disney World. what are we gonna do? Let's throw these blue sky ideas at them, and you know, at least we have 10 minutes to talk about Disney World.
It felt very improv when I watched the presentation. They're all kind of yes anding each other. Yes, and Coco. Yes, and villains. And what do you see in the artwork? It's a pretty sad state of, this is something I think we really need to touch upon in a later episode. I really think Disney World is going to spend the second half of this decade playing furious catch up to Universal, because when that new park opens,
Well, you mentioned Disney opening a fifth gate. Well, Universal did it for them. It's called
yeah,
Epic Universe.
and I mean, and I am Skipper J is so excited for Epic Universe. I mean, just for the Universal Monsterland alone, but we're
Right.
getting a brand new state of the art theme park that is so centrally located. The hub is going to be free to access. You can purchase admission to individual lands. You don't have to pay a whole admission. There's a second a city walk down there. It's gonna be hopping, and I'm not gonna do what are the odds on this one, but I thought I did. This is my tree falls in the forest for the weekend. What happens when Universal steals all of Disney's good cast members? How is that going to affect the guest experience?
Right now, I hear Disney is ramping up the college program, and the foreign the what I want to call the ambassador program.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling they're like, don't worry, you can leave. We're gonna have college students to take your place.
Yeah, because it's the locals they're going to lose. The local employees they're going to lose because, I mean, Disney came to the union negotiations these last couple of weeks and said, you know what, we're not going to even give you 1 cent. Whereas Universal's going, hey, over here, we're going to be offering up to $20 an hour very, very soon.
Yep.
Universal like slapped them down and said, hey, we're raising our starting fee up to 17.
Yeah.
And we're going to
Right.
work it to 20.
And at the end of the day, a job is a job. People are going to go where they feel valued and make more money.
Right.
I think 2025 is going to be the year to watch in Orlando.
And Disney's counter to the 17 was, well, we'll give our cast members 50% discount.
Yeah.
They
can't have a living wage, but they can half off the Star Cruiser.
They can't get diapers, but we're going to give you half off of Mickey ears.
You can decorate that car you're sleeping in every night really well at the cast store.
Right.
Okay, I will not get cynical. I will stay positive. I will not be cynical.
All right, what's the next percentage?
Okay, so the next percentage, and I'm dying to hear what everyone thinks, and I have a picture to back my thing up. I want to know, what are the odds that in the next, I'd say 16 months, we are going to hear about the permanent closure and replacement of the Hall of Presidentes.
Ooh.
I don't want to see it go. It's a good nap place.
It's a great nap place.
But it all depends on what they replace it with.
Well, here's my thinking, and I'll show you everyone. I'm going to pull this picture up. This is an overhead view of the Magic Kingdom, and the circle in blue is the castle. The giant circle in red next to that, see that giant, huge building? That is both the Hall of Presidents and Mickey's PhilharMagic. They're so big, they share a giant building that covers 2 lands. And at one point, when they were planning Disney's America, they were going to remove it and put all 6 Star Tours in there. So,
isn't Peter Pan also in that building?
It is. It's kind of catty-cornered up in the north.
And there's some kind of and where is Columbia
Memento.
Harbor House. That's all in that one building, right? The Columbia Harbor House.
Mm-hmm. Because the blue circle towards the top is the mansion.
Yeah. So
When you see just what a huge chunk of real estate that is for an attraction that is just getting more and more divisive, I'm going to say 110%. Oh, this is an old pic. Look, it still has the 20,000 Leagues
Lagoon.
lagoon, yeah, and space for the swan boats.
I would say for the historic factor and bringing kids in on tours and educational events, I would say that it'd be like a 40% chance that it would close.
That's what
and be
Epcot was for.
If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it after the 2024 election.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now everything's in place. They don't have to change anything. It's a people eater. But if they're going to do it, they're going to shut down after the 2024 election, and then they'll do it.
I totally see that, 100%.
You heard it here first.
Disney predictions. So we're down to the last 3 minutes. I'm going to throw it to you guys. What do you guys want to talk about?
Oh, I have a question, or I have a prediction.
Si, senora.
So, what do you think the chances are that a wonderful nighttime parade, such as Paint the Night, or even Main Street Electrical Parade, will return or come to Disney World within the next year to year and a half?
You're not gonna like my
My
answer.
favorite.
I don't see him doing it.
Okay.
I don't see him doing it because any nighttime parade is going to add cost. You know, they're going to need. I just don't see him spending the money.
See, I'm gonna agree with Dawn. I had negative 100% as my answer because it's not just the money. Can you imagine the cacophony of people trying to navigate Main Street between Happily Ever After and a nighttime show? It's going to be the mean streets of Main Street.
Well, and that's how it's been. Through. I mean, that's how it was before. So,
but it's going to get. I think it would get worse now.
Yeah.
And what I said earlier about Disney being very, very good reactive. If the status quo is working, Disney doesn't change it.
Yeah.
If the people stop spending money and stop coming to the parks, they change something. And as long as I include myself and my wife in this crowd, as long as old faithful people keep throwing money Disney's way, they're not going to change anything.
But with that same, I guess I was thinking, what's going to bring people in? You know, what's going to max that capacity again at Magic Kingdom? You know,
They just sold out Disney Plus for the President's Day weekend for the first time, and it was the highest price they ever charged.
The Genie Plus.
The Genie Plus. They sold out at $22. So there is a max to Genie Plus in Walt Disney World, but
they still aren't at capacity like they were.
Well, let me throw this question out. What happens when capacity stays the same, but people stop eating in the parks? They stop buying souvenirs. What happens when in-park revenue goes down because people are like, well, we paid so much to get in here, we're not paying for your restaurants anymore. We're not paying $5 for a soda. We brought a water bottle we can refill all day long.
you're allowed to
But
bring
I think
soda into the
we do
park. Why don't you
Yeah.
just bring, you bring us, as long as you have it, you can't bring loose ice. Remember that. That's a new
Yeah.
one from post-COVID. No loose ice,
Right.
but you can still bring a soft side, um, I believe,
Cooler.
cooler and drinks and food for your family.
Yeah.
Stan.
So
So yeah, I just I don't know that
This
that's necessarily changed that much. I think that's always been an option, especially for me taking 5, 6, 7 kids at once.
right.
You know, I've always brought snacks and drinks and water, and I can do Disney on a dime or I can spend a mint. So, you
yes,
know, it just depends on my season of life. And, you know, if I want to bring extra kids with me, then I'm probably gonna we're gonna share and we're gonna, you know, plan meals and snacks outside of the park. I don't know. I don't
And you can get
it's
souvenirs off property at you can get Disney park souvenirs at the discount stores at the outlet malls and be like, "Oh, look what we got. Brand new Disney merch." Without actually
yep.
giving money to Disney itself.
yeah. The
Right.
one of the Disney hacks that someone told me, I've never been brave enough to do it. There are stores off-site that sell knockoff Disney pins. And these
Right.
people, they get the knockoff Disney pins and they go in and they trade
Mm-hmm.
pins with the cast members. Now, technically, the cast member's not supposed to take a pin unless it has a Disney copyright on the back of it. But when was the last time you saw a cast member look at the back of a pin and go, okay?
Hey, if you're getting overworked and underpaid, you're not going to care about a shiny piece of metal.
No.
No, and you'll just go get more when you run
Bring it that
out
way
or
back
need
around. Bring it all the way back around.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need to pick this discussion up next week. Don, come back and join us again next week.
I
you
think
for-
I can. I'm thinking about next week. I'm available,
Cool. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
and maybe we can talk Marie into getting her makeup done and coming on.
Yes.
There we go.
I have
Because
no
she's a
makeup
nice-
on. You
I
can
know.
come on.
But-
I
Me
promise.
neither. I just have a really bad ring light, so I look
I
like
did his
you know.
makeup, but I didn't do mine.
Well, before we go, I want to show everyone my favorite item of the week. This is available at Disney Music Emporium. I've ordered mine. Check it out. Check it out. The Lion King, the original Broadway cast recording on vinyl record. I will let you
That
guys
is
know when it shows up how awesome it is.
Yeah.
Dave?
I imagine.
Dave, Kim, thanks for letting us run the show without you.
Thanks.
Say goodnight, everyone.
Night,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Alan smells. Alan stinky, smelly. Alan stinky, smelly, 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 stinky. Alan smells. Jingle bells, Alan smells, Alan laid an egg. The Allen Mobile lost a wheel and Allen smelled all day. Hey,